Okay, questions?
How did it feel to see Ronnie Wallace out on the field for the first time?
Felt great. He's a good player. I mean, obviously last year he was a really key guy for us. Scored goals and brings a swagger. You know, obviously good defender as well in terms of how he presses. And it was great to see him back and healthy. And good to know now that we have him as an option, because we'll certainly use that option.
What do you think of his performance, and what this kind of comes to your mind now going forward with big transfer money?
Well, I've seen him in training, you know, for about 3 weeks now, or so. So, you know, in terms of the quality and you know, the level that he brings, he's been back. The only question was fitness and just sharpness. You know, when you're not playing games, you're not in rhythm, and there are little things that, you know, timing and, you know, a little bit of your confidence and touch and awareness and things like that. It takes time to get into a game. But thought it worked well to get him out for a couple games and build up his minutes and build up his confidence. And I thought, honestly, it looked like exactly like last year. He looks like he's completely back 100% in every regard, physically, tactically, and technically and mentally. And I thought actually that was a good goal, that he created a little wall pass and a cross. And that's kind of what he brings. He's direct, and obviously having a left-sided winger that can clip balls in. He brings a lot to the table.
Can you talk about the overall performance tonight in terms of what you saw?
You know, I thought second half actually was better than first half. I thought first half, for me, wasn't convincing enough. Scored a couple goals, but if I'm measuring my guys in relation to what they're capable of, not in relation to the opponent, that's my job, to make sure that these guys understand when it's good and when it can be better. I thought first half was a little sloppy. We gave some balls away we shouldn't. You know, I thought they didn't create a ton, but we were a little loose, I thought, in the back. And wasn't, for me, again, it was not a convincing 2-0 at halftime. So, you know, we tightened the screws a bit and told them to raise their level, and I thought second half was dominant. And obviously only scored one more goal, but should have had two. And more than that, it was defensively. They didn't really get a sniff on our goal. So I thought we were very good defensively from back to front. Thought we played good football, controlled the game. You know, obviously we shifted Khalif in the middle, Mikey to the right. I thought that helped free up Mikey, but also Khalif helped us hold the ball a little bit more. And, you know, I thought we were better second half. But overall, a lot of positives. The debut of 3 of our young guys, for me, you know, that's an important part of any pro club. But when you have young guys that you're trying to bring along, we've had them out on loan. They've been getting good minutes. They've approached it the right way. And I think you see, or you saw when they went in the game, they did all right. Taylor P.A. really raised his stock. Thought George looked comfortable in the center of the park, and you know, Sheila tough with 10 minutes, but you know, didn't look out of place. So for me, it's a real positive on the day that we are able to debut 3 young guys, and you can see that they're moving along, and you know, that's good because that's important to us.
Was the idea with this lineup, 2 of your leading scorers out there to kind of leave no doubt in this one?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't see the results yet, but I know a few other MLS teams are down, and 3 others lost this weekend, and we don't want that to happen to us. We're in a tournament, and it's attached to a trophy, and you know, there's obviously priorities with the league. We're not going to ever jeopardize our position there, but the way I look at it is, why not win both? And I think with the depth that we have, we can roll out a lineup in these Open Cup games where we have a good chance to win the game, and the league play doesn't have to be sacrificed or suffer. And we're going to need that same thing next week, because the schedule that we have next week, I think it's the main reason why some teams get frustrated with the Open Cup. It's because of the schedule, and here we have to fly to Kansas City and play a game Tuesday and then come back and play, it could be Minnesota as well. Sorry, Minnesota. They could pull off the upset for sure. So we're either going to Minnesota or Kansas City. And we got to turn around and come back here and play a very important league game on Friday. So this is where depth becomes very important. And we've been using our depth this year. And, we rolled out a team today, and the majority of the guys have started games. And so it certainly wasn't a second team. But some of the guys that played today haven't played as much recently. So that's a good thing moving forward. Next week we're going to need that same thing because we can't be playing the same guys Tuesday and Friday traveling across the country. If we do that, we're going to, potentially risk, league play on Friday, and we can't at this stage. But at the same time, I'm not willing to sacrifice potentially winning a trophy here with the Open Cup and 4 more games and you can raise a trophy. We've never raised a trophy here in the MLS era other than Cascadia Cup, but it's an opportunity to do that, and you get yourself in Champions League that way. And obviously we're in it now, but if we want to continue to be in it, we gotta get in it again. So for me, we're going to continue to approach it one at a time. We're going to take it very seriously. We're not going to sacrifice the league, but at the same time, we're going to try to win each game.
2 assists tonight from Maxi Rudy, including a ball coming from a little bit deeper position going to Taylor Peck for the 3rd goal. Is that a part of this game that you think is coming along?
Yeah, I thought he did a nice job of, playing in between the layers. We knew we'd have a lot of triangulation with Mikey, Khalif coming in, and Gaston there. So we wanted Maxi to kind of play on the back line and look to run behind. Second half, we asked him to come and check and link a little bit more because of the way we shaped up in the middle with Mikey on the right and Khalif underneath. We knew Khalif would play a little bit deeper. So it's kind of the way it played out a little bit in the second half. I think also, obviously, when the game kind of starts to unwind, they have to open their lines up a little bit more. So I think the space was more there for him to do that in the second half. But yeah, I think he's getting stronger and more comfortable playing with his back to goal. And he's a technical player, so he's capable of doing that. But I think it's more the strength and the confidence of holding guys off. He had a great assist on that 3rd goal.
Last one, please.
How important do you think the U.S. Open Cup and tournaments like this is for growing the game of soccer from the grassroots up? Not just for the club success, but for the little guys like the U23s that we see.
Yeah, I think it is important. I mean, you look at every league in the world. The domestic cups are, they're a part of the season. And, we're never going to take it lightly. I think, if you look at the Timbers, for example, they haven't always been in MLS, and they've been a team that's been in the lower league and lower leagues. And so I think, again, one of the things I told the guys is you're a professional soccer player, so anytime you sit up to play a game, you play to win, and you play to do your job. And I don't buy into this, we're playing a U23 team, we're in the Open Cup, so you take it lightly. We're going to play to win every single game we play. In saying that, we have to look at, obviously, the next game around the corner, the priorities, all that stuff. But that's why you build a team with depth, so that you can roll out lineups in every game, and you don't risk fatigue. We had a long meeting today for about 2 hours as a staff to talk about, not looking ahead, but talk about next week, how we're going to handle it, who we're going to travel, and how we're going to, approach the week. And we'll have a good plan. And it's going to be tough because we got to travel Minnesota or Kansas City. Both teams are good, and we got to turn around and play on Friday as well. But we want to, if we can, win both games, and we're not just going to toss off the game and give away a chance to win a trophy. Because this club, that's the reason you have a club, to win. To win is hardware. So this is one of the 3 ways you can do it.
Thanks, everyone. Locker room's open as usual.
Good question.